Good morning. It's Saturday. It's early. I'm not entirely sure I want to be awake, but we're here. By the way, some mail came for you. I put it over there. Looks pretty important.
You, Billy. What? Oh,
Also, it's been roughly like 2 years since you've had any villain work. Why are we still wearing the gear? Go wear some pajamas or something.
these are my PJs.
Noted. So, what does it say?
Nothing.
Tell me.
Nothing at all. It's a reminder of my health insurance coverage.
Tony, you're being weird. Give me this. This is a cease and desist from Taylor Swift. What have you done?
I may have sent a few hundred letters asking her to be my Valentine this year.
Bro, she has a boyfriend that just won the Super Bowl. Not to mention, it's Taylor Swift.
I figured I had to at least try after our connection. You know, that time that she pointed at me when we went to the Eras tour last year.
Tony, there were thousands of people there, and we were in the nosebleed section. And so she was just pointing in our general direction.
No, I felt it. It was special. It was magical. And so I asked her out.
Yeah, well, I think you got your answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a minute.
Oh, jeez.
Taylor!
Hey, Dad, what's wrong with Uncle Tony?
Well, kiddo, Uncle Tony is experiencing something we call karma. Welcome to my kitchen. Yes, I am doing something a little bit different. Before I wrapped up this installment of My Brother the Villain, I want to give you guys some kind of behind the scenes, give you guys some value on watching this little short film that I did and explain why I made the decisions or how I lit the scene and just some general BTS. So first and foremost, this is kind of the lighting setup that I was using for Anson's shot or the main shot. And what I'm using here, and I may try to do some like B-roll to kind of show these things, but over here on the right, my key light over here is a Colbor CL220R. This is actually sent to me from Colbor. I'm going to give you guys some thoughts around this light here in a minute. I'm going to do that back in the studio because I don't have all of my notes in front of me, but I want to give you guys some idea of what I'm doing. So I have the Colbor over here, and that is just pointing into my wall for my kind of fill or kind of kicker light back here, a hair light-esque. It's kind of serving as a lot of things here. This is an old Falconized LED light, SO28TD. I've had that light forever. But I was just using it on our podcast yesterday, and it served as a really good fill or hair light. And so I used it here. And then I have just a black bed sheet clamped up to some light stands serving as a negative fill. And this is one of the reasons why I did this short film. I've been really trying to play around with more negative fill and just getting more intentional in my lighting. And you might see some more lighting breakdowns on the channel simply because, grip and lighting go very much unnoticed on this platform. And I know I've been trying to pay more attention to it lately, and so I want to bring it to you all. I'm not perfect at it, so hopefully we can learn together. Now, before I get into my breakdown on the second scene in the garage, I do want to take a couple minutes to talk about the Colbor CL220R and my thoughts on this light. And this may not be a full review, but I do want to give you my thoughts on the light after using it for the last couple months on a couple different projects. And so with that, a couple of key points I really like about this light. One is the fact that it does have an RGB functionality. And so I actually used this for another project where I was doing just some test shots, trying to mimic moonlight. And in my opinion, I probably went a little blue, but the fact that I didn't have to use any type of gel because the light does have RGB functionality is really nice. And so right off the bat, that's kind of like the biggest selling point in my opinion for this light, is the fact that it does have RGB functionality. Now, while I didn't use it a ton, I do also appreciate that the light does have app functionality. That is kind of becoming the standard for lights, is the fact that they do provide some sort of app control. And the Colbor CL220R does allow for app control as well. Now, if you do need to control noise on set, the light does have a couple different fan options. There is a quiet option, which does reduce the power of the light or the output of the light. And there is a performance option which increases the performance of the light, but there's also a smart option which is kind of in between. And so if you do need a quieter set, there are some options to quiet down the fans. And then the other thing I appreciate about the light is just the overall build quality. It's a super sturdy light. It has a kind of NATO rail option over on the side, and just overall it just seems quality. And so if you are looking for an alternative to some other lights on the market, this light coming in around $370, offering full RGB functionality, is definitely one you should check out. So I would definitely recommend and check out the Colbor CL220R. And so with that said, let's go back and talk about the lighting setup for the garage scene. So for these garage shots, I wanted to be as dramatic as possible when I kind of explain what the lighting is. And with that, some of it was natural lighting, some of it was using the Colbor cob light. The first shot is going to be the Colbor shining into my garage. I have it outside, and I actually have some gaffer's tape stripped up to just add kind of a dramatic texture. And so that's going to be the first shot. There is a negative fill on the opposite side, just like a 5-in-1 reflector. Now, the other shots that are more dramatic, that is all natural lighting with a fill light of the Falcon eyes. And so when you're seeing that, that's all natural lighting. I did add some haze in this shot to give it some texture. I was going to add haze in the original shot, but honestly, I forgot. So there is that. So those are the things I'm doing to get this shot, the garage shots. Again, let me know if you have questions. So that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, both the film and maybe the breakdown. If you guys like this type of approach, more of a raw approach, let me know in the comments below. But always, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for watching. Go and find your journey. Go embrace life. Peace.